finally gone. We're just off of the beautiful Chicago skyline here. We're aboard an Irwin 34 centerboard model named Gypsy. And this will be my second solo Mac. I did my first one in 2017. So I am looking forward to this race. It looks like it's going to be a little bit of a beat up wind today. And then as we get into tomorrow and Monday, the wind's supposed to go south, pick up a little bit, and it should be a nice sleigh ride all the way back to Mackinac Island. So we got 333 miles to go, and somebody's man overboard beacon just went off, it sounds like. My radio being stupid. And yeah, so we're getting ready for the start. Did our first check-in. We do those every 6 hours. Everybody in the fleet calls in and reports their lat and longe on the radio. And there's a log, and as long as you can hear everybody, you're supposed to record it down. So we did that. The whole fleet checked in, which is great, which is expected for the first check-in of the race. As it goes on, people tend to spread out a little bit. Wind's piped up to about 20-21 knots, which is a lot for out here in the middle of the lake. We've got 2 reefs in the main, which is fully reefed. If I had to put it down anymore, we just take it all the way down. And we've got the jib pretty much rolled up. There's probably about a quarter of it out. So we're really, really batting down here. Heeled over about 15-20 degrees and cooking along like that. Yeah, over there. I'm still doing anywhere from 5.5 to 6 knots, depending on the waves. So we're cooking along, and I'm gonna try and get some rest here. Set my watch for a little 20-minute cat nap and let the autopilot kind of do its thing. Want to try and test it out. I've been hand steering most of the day just because it's been so gusty. I didn't want to stress it, but I need to test it so I can know if I'm going to be able to sleep on it tonight or not. So we're going to take a little nap. I'm going to make a sandwich, and here we go. Day 1 underway. Finally starting to die down a little bit. We're down to 11 knots. Nice pretty sunset behind me. 10, 11, 12. So I think we're going to shake some reef out of this Genoa and try to keep our boat speed chugging along here. Good morning from somewhere off the Michigan coastline. We've gone from having too much wind yesterday to not anywhere near enough. Wind anemometer is reading 4.5, which is barely enough to make bear steerage. So we are just kind of bothered right now. Okay, so we've got our spinnaker up. It's really light tonight. And since my last time putting this thing up, I nearly broached the boat. I figured this would be an opportune time to practice. Ooh, I'm tired. It is 4:37 in the morning. We are doing 2 knots of boat speed and 4 knots of breeze. We're gonna pull the centerboard up, reduce some drag here. Let's see if we can get cooking. we're down to 5 knots of wind, and we're slowly picking up some boat speed to about 2 knots of boat speed, which feels like we're flying after going 1 knot or less than a knot all morning. Still hardly making the progress we need to be making though. So, well, 3 knots of boat speed. Wind's up to 6. Got the chute up. Yeah, this is just brutal. This is just brutal. I almost prefer the pounding into the waves because at least you're making progress. This is just torture. Day 2. It's about 11:30 here local time. We are past Holland, just kind of ticking along. I drove most of the morning trying to give the autopilot a little bit of a break. It's starting to make some noises I don't really like. So, been hand steering, but I'm mentally starting to burn out, so I need to just take a little break from that. So we got the chute up. She likes to reachy, that's for sure. She's we're quick. We're real quick at 90 degrees in the breeze. Not as quick dead downwind. So we're kind of running angles, jibing as we work our way north here. Wind is oscillating anywhere between 5 knots to 7 knots. Making past several people in my class, making time on the next 2, sailing faster than them, so hoping to keep that up and maybe be back in the head of my pack by the end of the day. Full chute up, full main up, cracking along at 5.5 knots of boat speed. Making good time, making a great heading, making a good launch. All's right with the world. At least here on Gypsy it is.
It's the coldest hand that run down this land where the ocean ends. It's the tallest sound, the damn smallest crowd, but their hearts break loud. Far from ever feeling lost with me, I'll push you back towards the land and sea. Let go and
coming up on Sleeping Bear Dunes, it's reading 27 true, and we have just the full main. Rolled up the jib when we first hit 25, and we're coming down the backside of waves doing over 9 knots, and was very close to losing control of the boat several times. So I'm doing 7-6, 7-7. So I rolled up the jib, hoping to make this turn here at Sleeping Bear Dunes and get in the lee of land a little bit. Hopefully it settles down. Just had help. But really working the wheel, trying to keep us on the right course and not broach the boat. Come on, baby.
it's a pulse and shove. It's the sharpest cry. The head goes better wide.
Well, kind of mad at myself. I didn't take a single video in the Manitous while all that disaster was happening. That's not true. I took one of my wind speed direction finder, just spinning in circles. The Manitous are notoriously fickle when it comes to breeze. They've certainly proved to be so today, but we are out of them. There's the North Manitou Lighthouse. We are headed up to Gray's Reef. We've got full main, full jib, rocking about 15 to 17 knots of breeze downwind. Should be a good sleigh ride. 6 knots of boat speed. We got the centerboard up to reduce our drag. Helm's nice and balanced, so autopilot's happy. But yeah, we basically just spent 2 hours doing circles through the Manitous. It's brutal. Good morning, day 4, our final day It is, I don't know what time it is, 6 something local time, and I'm approximately an hour and a half from the bridge. That can keep us on track. I passed every boat in my section except for Laura Jean, who is off my port side, and based on where they are and what wind hole they're in, I'll be passing them shortly too. But here's our view this morning. Bridge is off our bow. Probably can't see it in the video, but it was a really tough night. We had no wind until about 2 o'clock in the morning, so you're just sitting there drifting, which is the absolute worst because the sails bang and make noise. The autopilot just clicks and chatters, and it's maddening. It's maddening. And all of a sudden we got like a little whisper of wind. It started at like 4 knots, and then it built to 5, and then 6, and then an hour later we were sailing up to on our way to Gray's Reef, and I actually fell asleep sitting in the cockpit, and I set the autopilot, and I happened to just wake up 10 minutes before we get to Gray's Reef, which was extremely lucky. But yeah, so it's a good morning here on sailing vessel Gypsy, that's for sure. We are under the bridge, we're past it, you can see it behind me. We have approximately 4.57 nautical miles to the finish line. We are currently leading our section, including boats that are rated higher than us. And we've got our straight up. Doing 6.5 knots towards the finish line. As long as this wind holds, we should be there in about 40-50 minutes. I see breeze the whole way there. It's just going to depend on if it's the same pressure and same direction. We got really lucky coming under the bridge with that jibe angle.
Sailing Vessel Gypsy, this is the GLSS Race Committee. Congratulations. You have finished the 2022 race, the solo challenge. Welcome to Mackinac Island. After you get your boat prepared and you come into the harbor, contact the Mackinac City, the Mackinac Island Dockmaster on channel 09, and they will assign a slip.
Copy that. Thank you for all your work, Race Committee. Gypsy standing by 7-2. Woo! Done. Finished first in section. Over the line. That's a wrap, kids.
Suitcase